Yoga, as we know, is you as the microcosm self, or the sense of self that knows itself through its individuate expression, then begins to know itself as itself through the macrocosmic sense of self, so that all that you think you are, all that you then know you are, all that you then realize yourself to be is now the supra soul or the higher self. A little bit like the process of self-realization. So yoga is union. Yoga can happen through so many different ways. There are so many different tools, and one such tool is Kundalini yoga. So for you to want to awaken your Kundalini, and for you to go through the rising, for you to go through the nuances of a Kundalini awakening. Now, is Kundalini awakening dangerous? Yes. Is Kundalini awakening, Kundalini yoga dangerous? Yes. Does it cause a mental breakdown for some? Yes. Now, there are other ways through which you can go through that union and attain that union. It doesn't have to be through an activation of your Kundalini. You can still go through whatever you want to go through without the activation of Kundalini, but the Kundalini itself will become activated either way, albeit it may not happen so suddenly, and it may not cause the kind of havoc that it can cause if this is a spontaneous awakening, and even an awakening that has happened as a result of initiation through somebody else. You can be going to some very powerful places that are energy vortexes, and that in itself could spark a Kundalini awakening. You could be part of a community that could spark a Kundalini awakening. Your spiritual awakening could spark a Kundalini awakening. So either way, when when your nervous system rather is not prepared for a Kundalini awakening, or you don't have the consciousness to be able to handle a Kundalini awakening, to understand it, its movement will create all sorts of notions inside of you. If you're not aware of energy, you're not aware of how to harness energy, you're not aware that there is such a thing as Kundalini. And even if you are aware of Kundalini awakening, maybe you've read books, maybe you have a guru, maybe you've got information on it, right? If your body, if your nervous system is not fully prepared, then to cope through a Kundalini awakening will be very, very, very difficult. It isn't one that cannot be surmounted, but nevertheless, it comes with an array of issues when we are not prepared. So, to answer some of the questions that you asked, is Kundalini awakening dangerous? Yes. Is Kundalini yoga dangerous? Yes. But not because it is not in of itself dangerous, but because of what it can do when the body, when the nervous system is not fully prepared. Because Kundalini yoga, Kundalini is potent. So imagine that there is a little seed of the entirety of creation sitting latent inside of you, and it suddenly sparks. That spark itself can cause some of us completely unhinged from life. Some of us are completely derailed because of that Kundalini awakening when we are not prepared for it, right? And this is why, folks, don't chase after it. If it has come, let it be there. And at this stage, if it has come and you've become aware that it is a Kundalini awakening, then start to operate from a place of consciousness. From a place of consciousness, understand what your level of consciousness is at the moment. If your consciousness is one that is still at the survival instinct, where you go through the course of the whole day and you find that your survival instincts are kicking in more, right? So then work on you taming that survival instinct, work on you literally working through those other chakras, the lower chakras, and then you're able to tame that, which will tame the voltage inside of you, or rather the effect of that voltage inside of a system that's not fully ready, right? Having said that, I would like to close by saying, no matter what, if it's found you, you are ready. Question is, are you going to rise and meet it where it wants you to be? Lots of love. Take care.